that away. And then still talking about the stock exchange. Of course, effective from January the 1st, the Nigerian Stock Exchange has rebalanced is what you call the market indices. You know, there are various indices. So we're just going to take you through this. It's a bit big, but again, we're just breaking down a few of that so that you get a sense of what we have the NSE 30 index. What the NSE does every year is to rebalance this portfolio, take out some companies, bring in new one, depending on how your company performed. So for the NSE 30, which is the basket of 30 biggest companies on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Sterling Bank has been brought in effective from January the 1st, which is effective today, and Better Glass Company PLC has been kicked out. If you listen to Bismarck Rwanda yesterday, he told you Sterling Bank is that bank to watch. One of the brands, he said, you should watch in the new year 2019. That's one looking good in that box. If you missed that, go to our youtube.com/channelsweb. You find Bismarck Rwanda's New Year, 1 hour episode of yesterday. You find that you can watch that all over again. But Sterling Bank is now being added in the NSE 30 as one of the big boys in the market. In the banking sector, Jaiz Bank, which is the only non-interest bank, commercial bank we have on our market streets, is now in the NSE banking index, and Diamond Bank has been kicked out of that banking index position. Then we have the insurance sector. Consolidated Hallmark Insurance is now included in the NSE Insurance Index. Sovereign Trust Insurance and Regency Assurance going out or gone out, kicked out. Continental Reinsurance, Taco Insurance, and Standard Alliance Insurance. There were no changes in the industrial index. In the oil and gas, we had MRS, Oil Nigeria PLC in the box, and Eternal Oil, a PLC, kicked out of the NSE Oil and Gas Index. In the NSE Pensions Index, Cement Company of Northern Nigeria, which is just concluding that business combination with Boa Group, is now among the NSE Pension Index. A big story. Better Glass Company make it in here, and Julius Berger PLC. Then Diamond Bank is also kicked out of the NSE Pension Index, as well as Continental Reinsurance and EcoBank International Incorporated. That's EcoBank out of the NSE Pension. The Lotus Islamic Index got Jaiz Bank in the kitty, in the box, and NACO PLC out of that index ranking. So that's about from the Nigerian Stock Exchange. We bring you all this news as Brazos Nelly's all of that we're pouring over moving forward. But let's change gear a little bit and talk about the fixed income. This is the first trading day at the fixed income space, and that's the home of that's where FMDQ Exchange plays a very big. So let's talk to Chema Udu, who's live to us on Skype this morning. The first among the rest. You're looking cheerful for a new year.
Happy New Year to you.
Chairman of GT Bank. Thank you very much. You're looking very cheerful for the year. So what is the outlook for the first trading day at our fixed income space for this first market day of the next 365 days of the year?
Okay. What we're going to see today basically is the primary auction we have today. The DMO is offering 74 billion out of the 159 billion that matured, which means they are paying back 84 billion back to the market today. We expect that the results to come out are common at current trading levels, which is about 15% discount at the long end of the Treasury bills.
Okay, so what's your outlook on, as when everybody wakes up today from the central bank, what's the outlook on what the mature treasuries will be on Thursday, which will be tomorrow, and how rapid do you think the central bank will move with the treasuries issuances?
We expect that the central bank will come in and take out the maturing treasury bills, and if banks do not show up so much at the OMO auction, we expect a special OMO, which has been happening throughout December. We also expect that they're going to take out those bills at the current market levels, which are 15% at the long end, which are 364 days, and then 11.9 at the 91 days.
In terms of yields, what's your outlook for the week, and where do you think liquidity will be coming through? We just have about 3 days left.
As long as the central bank continues to maintain its tightening stance, we expect that the yields will be stable at the current levels, which is about 15% across the 300 days and above. And for bonds, we expect that the yields will remain at 15.4.
And so how are you folks preparing generally for a new year when it comes to the fixed income market? What's your outlook on the first MPC meeting in terms of rates for the year, interest rate that is?
I think that the central bank would maintain all the indices, but however, they're going to have a hawkish bias. So they're going to use other indices to try and support their tightening stance and high interest yielding environment.
What's the FX play here?
Oh, we've seen some liquidity come into the FX market. NAFEX is currently trading at 364, 363 levels, and there's some liquidity. We've also seen the central bank come into the market to support, and then they've done some of the intervention where we've seen funds flowing through SMIS, Invisibles, and SMEs.
Okay. Choma, thank you. Do have a great day with the rest of our team at GT Bank, fixed income dealer. We're going to check in with each other, I'm sure, over the next couple of days. Choma Udu, thank you, from FMDQ Exchange Place in downtown Lagos about the marketplace. Back to some of the news making the making the headlines this morning from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, announcing the removal of three companies from the NSE Corporate Governance Index. Diamond Bank is being kicked out of that Corporate Governance Index ranking by the Stock Exchange because of corporate governance issues that the bank has, according to the NSE statement. Name Insurance is also being suspended from the Corporate Governance Index. Meantime, Continental Reinsurance PLC has filed to be delisted from the stock exchange, and that automatically qualifies Continental Reinsurance PLC, going through a buyout of shares by its majority shareholders, to be out of the corporate governance ranking. Meantime, the stock exchange has also rebalanced its main indices portfolios. Diamond Bank is now being kicked out as well, or removed from the NSE Banking Index, as well as the NSE Pensions Index. We have those stories out there for you. Of course, you can follow through here. We're going to come back to Temple Ashaju, the stock exchange trading floor, after the break in about 2 minutes to talk to us about what the early numbers look like for the first trading day in the new year. This is your 2019, kicking off right here on Business Morning.